Rome, early 16th century. Corruption propagated its way to the Catholic Church. The Church was very rich, and higher class people had advantages over the middle and lower class. Thus, the Protestant Reformation. Martin Luther, the reason behind, could not accept such turmoil. He encouraged and spread the idea that one cannot buy his way into heaven, but one must have faith in Jesus. As a result, thousands of people drove away from the Catholic Church, seeking what is just. Consequently, the Counter-Reformation took place, where art was used as a form of persuasion material. The drama was understood and drew attention to both religious and secular groups. Baroque paintings were characterized by being very dramatic in terms of light. The paintings were direct imagery and messages from the Bible. They drew lots of emotion and feeling that grabbed the viewer's attention. Color was always used in an intensified manner. The appearance of overlapping figures is always repetitive throughout Baroque paintings. There were specific themes that distinctively characterized Baroque art, and these include ecstasies, majestic figures, conversions, death, and deep psychological states.
Bernini, one of the leading Baroque artists, was part of the Counter-Reformation. He was a very religious man who was gifted with knowing how to depict deep psychological state in his art, which is one of the main design characteristics of Baroque art. He has been labeled to be the creator of the Baroque style of sculpture. Being a painter, sculptor, and architect, Bernini was able to make great use of light in the setting in which his sculptures would be placed to further intensify the drama and spiritual imagery. His piece, Ecstasy of Saint Therese, is one of the best and earliest examples of how he uses dramatic facial expressions, religious symbolism, and movement. Baroque architecture. Architecture during this era started in Italy and spread throughout Europe. It exhibited the triumph of the Catholic Church with their new study of form, light, shadow, and dramatic intensity. St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican City in Rome, Italy, is one of the largest and holiest Catholic churches. It was finished and consecrated in 1626. It adopted many of the design characteristics of Baroque architecture. The dramatic use of light is very apparent and emphasizing light and shadow contrast. On the contrary, common use of light in Baroque architecture is to have multiple windows throughout the building to get uniform lighting. Domes are very distinctive to the Baroque style, for they are present in almost every church. Large-scale frescoes by Michelangelo are a common feature of Baroque, embellish the very high ceiling of the church. The interior of the church is dominated by paintings, stuccos, and sculptures blended with the architecture. Columns are highly decorative. The features of St. Peter's Basilica represent well the general design characteristic of Baroque architecture. An example in other churches also include optical illusions in paintings and sculpture, which are exhibited to give out three-dimensional appearance.
Baroque interior. In regards to interior design, Baroque had a very distinctive and heavy style. The Royal Palace of Naples has many great examples of the design characteristic of the Baroque style. In this throne room, for example, we can see the ceiling is very high. This, in fact, is a great reflection of the evolving scientific concepts at the time. Humans then began to be more familiar and accepting of the idea that the world was continuously expanding due to new discoveries. Interior architects, as a result, had the urge to heighten the ceilings to give the impression of the ever-expanding universe. Certain repeating elements are clearly noticed in Baroque interiors, like patterned floors, large chandeliers, embellished ceilings, large-scale paintings, very tall doors and openings, the presence of only one dominant color, and slightly textured walls. As it is shown here, these characteristics are also clearly evident in rooms in other European palaces of the time. In this illustration, we can see how these elements can create the typical Baroque interior. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed our presentation.